Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Everyday Carry for the Everyday Guys. So this week has been the most exhausting week of YouTubing that I've ever been through, and I didn't make a single video. And those of you who follow me on all my social media channels will know I hardly interacted in terms of putting out content this week. I got a few thousand followers on Instagram, a few thousand followers on Facebook, and a few thousand followers on YouTube, and literally my inboxes and DMs and mails have been inundated with questions on how people should prepare for the coronavirus. Now, a lot of people are freaking out. I don't think that's a good idea. First and foremost, the best preparation you can do right now is to just chill, stay calm. It's not the end of the world. But a lot of people have all of a sudden contacted me asking me, what firearm should I buy? Now, just straight off the bat, guys, if you have not thought of purchasing or carrying a firearm prior to this coronavirus situation, don't all of a sudden think you're ready to own and carry a firearm. And also, don't think you're going to go to a local gun shop today and in a week or two's time you're going to have a firearm. In South Africa, it takes you're looking at like 6 months probably minimum. If you went to your firearm store today, you would probably take that firearm home within like 6 months at probably the absolute minimum. I'm not sure what the actual figures are, but it's not a quick fix. Okay, so forget about the whole firearm situation. If you don't own a firearm and you, prior to the last 3 weeks when coronavirus sort of really began hitting home here in South Africa, had never thought about owning a firearm, and this is going to sound weird, but my recommendation is don't look at buying a firearm because you're purchasing a firearm for the wrong reason. Right? No one really knows what the long-term effects of coronavirus is going to be, but making panic buy decisions is not a good idea, especially when it comes to purchasing firearms. People have asked me what they should do. I would recommend, if you're super unsure and you're super freaked out and you don't have anything, get yourself one of these. There's some pepper spray. This is a conflict diffuser, right? People who get pepper sprayed become very concerned with the fact that they were pepper sprayed very quickly, and whatever they were doing, they stopped doing, because it's a really, it's not a cool thing to have happen to you, and the effects are fairly immediate. Also, pepper spray is fairly idiot-proof. You know, you can't, well, I don't know what the stats are, but I don't know of anyone who's died from being pepper sprayed. And also, pepper spray is something you can use on someone, and if it was a mistake, you can apologize for later. If you're using a firearm, you are going to be in a serious amount of trouble, and this is what's sort of spurred this video on. I have been responding to mails and inboxes like crazy, literally day and night. People have even contacted me via my cell phone, my personal number, asking, Ryan, what gun should I get? How quickly can I get it, etc., etc. If you haven't prepared for owning a firearm, panic buying a firearm is not a good idea. Panic buying, as we've all seen, panic buying toilet paper can become violent. Okay, so you don't want to panic anything right now. With regards to coronavirus, just chill, relax, follow your medical health guidelines. Be super cognizant of hand sanitizers, keeping your hands clean. Maybe avoid large crowds right now. I don't even know if that's going to, the thought of avoiding large crowds is going to incite panic, but the key right now is just to chill, okay? Understand the situation, get more info. The figures as I know now is like 150 or 160K infected, 70 odd K have recovered, and unfortunately around 5.5 have passed away. So we are, that's a real sad situation, and maybe it's also a good time to invest in some spiritual readiness. For me personally, engaging in spiritual preparation always calms me down physically, so that might be something you want to do. If that is your way, if it's not, it's cool. You do what you have to do, but what you shouldn't do is panic, and what you especially shouldn't do is panic buy. Some people have even gotten annoyed with me because I've sort of told them, look, I'm not going to recommend deadly tools. I'm not going to recommend a particular knife you should go and buy, because you're You're not someone who has mentally prepared for that. Okay. Um, and so I'm not going to be the one to say to you, go out and buy this particular blade, and you go and get it and you end up doing more harm to yourself or to innocent people than good. The concept of carrying a deadly tool only really hits home once you start carrying it. I'm pretty sure everybody at some point, that first day when they got home with their new firearm, and they strapped it on, they sort of realized the gravity of the situation. I know what happened to me. You know, I had prepared for owning a firearm for 3 years before I actually brought the firearm home, and still, for a few months after that, the gravity of carrying a deadly tool such as a firearm still weighed heavily, and it still does weigh heavily on me. But I'm more used to it now, and I don't want to say I'm more in control, because I feel I was always in control, but I am more understanding, and that has come through training. So panic buying a firearm, guys, not a good idea. This is sort of like, this video is sort of like a out of the blue video. I didn't even intend on doing this. It's Sunday afternoon on the day of this video. I just thought, I'm going to get this out because so many people are contacting me. Here in South Africa, I don't think there are many YouTubers doing the EDC thing like I'm doing. So I understand why people are contacting me, because I am in that world, that industry, and I do often get to know about things and gear and things like that prior to other people. But I just want to stress, don't panic buy. Take time to consider. Something that a lot of people ask me is about the content of a bug-out bag. Yes, you should have a bug-out bag. You should have had a bug-out bag prior to the onset or the outbreak of coronavirus. But more importantly, you should have a bug-out plan. Okay, a bug-out bag without a plan is you're just carrying it around all your junk. So calmly sit down, and if you really want to invest in a bug-out bag, that I'm cool with, because I would advise anyone to have that sort of thing. But look at the videos, look at the information, speak to relevant people so that they can give you good advice. And I'm pretty sure everyone you talk to is going to tell you, just relax. The most important thing you can do right now is just to be calm. If you are someone who has been thinking about buying a firearm for ages and you feel now is the time is right, I will do you the service. In my opinion, I would recommend going for a Glock, particularly a 19 model. The reason for that is because for Glocks, you are going to get everything. I own a Glock 19 Gen 4, it's a training pistol, obviously, because I was just doing some training. And holster-wise, sights-wise, mags-wise, accessory-wise, weapon-mounted light-wise, when a new tool comes out, I know for a fact I can just email someone and I'm going to get it. So that is something to look at. The Glock 19 world is the most catered for firearm world, shall I say. So I've got nothing for Glock, nothing against Glock. I've got nothing against all the other makes. I just happen to know that when a new holster comes out, when a new optic comes out, people are always asking me, do they make it for this model? Because I don't have a Glock, do they make it for that model? When are they going to produce it for this? If you've got a Glock, you're going to get all the cool stuff straight off the bat. By the way, guys, this is a training pistol from Blades and Triggers, so don't stress about that. Everything here is I was just doing some training this morning. So what I want to boil it down to, guys, is really don't panic. Stay calm, and even if it comes time to do extreme things, you still shouldn't panic. Relax, make informed decisions as best you can, get as much information as possible, and try to filter out the social media hype. Be prepared, be safe, look after yourself, make good choices. Take time to consider your choices, guys. Yeah, I hope this video helped. I hope it's helped all the people who's contacted me. Be safe, guys. Have a good week. I'll see you soon for another review. Cheers. God bless.